So we are checking out the spots where we can stay. So this is basically 20 miles into the first stage. So they're not even going to have a sweat on yet. We want to try and catch an uphill so we get to see them for longer. Or we don't mind a downhill straight after a decent uphill, because it means that they would have stretched out a little bit, so there'll be some gaps in the peloton. It's very technical, trying to figure out where to choose. It's good fun. We keep finding them and parking up and going, this is good, look, there's a view, we've got data, we've got this, that and the other, and then we look at the map and see that there's more, that there's you know, we're 20 miles into a whole stage, and yeah, we've got to keep an eye on making sure we've got a signal. So it's kind of exciting. We do a bit of a recce. We've got 3 places that are on our favourites from what we've seen so far, but we've not even got to the proper mountains yet, so yeah. So there you go, right by the road. So the Tour de France is coming here and I'm there. Oh, scuppered by the roses. So it seems, I mean, I have been given an official printed piece of paper, don't you know, that says that for the 1st of July, I'm assuming when I move to a different area it will become the 2nd of July and the 3rd of July, it is prohibited to park vehicles on the side of the road or in its proximities. Every vehicle parked on the side or near the road will be reported and removed with a crane. So parking in car parks only, and then you walk to the road. So it's going to be so different than the Tour de France in France. But yeah, so I'm going to go for a drive out. It is already 5:45 and I've done nothing all day but waste fuel and drive. So I'm going to be narky. Good job I'm on my own, innit? You can take the girl away from the beach, but you can't keep her away. I couldn't think of how that analogy is going to go. Well, at least you can tell how far the tide comes in. But I like the fact that there's those, like the line of boys in the water, even though everyone seems to be surfing okay. So that's the bit that Mandy's happy on this side of it. That's the bit that Mandy's happy paddling in. So yeah, but the good thing is as well, is that the tour will be going up that road there as well. So even though, obviously, I can't particularly see it very well, I can still see it. So I get 2 for the price of 1. The van's just up there. I have been in front of my laptop all day, and I decided it is 6:30, so it's 5:30 at home, so I can log off and come and see what this town has to offer. Well, firstly, look at that. So you've got disabled wheelchairs, beach-friendly ones, and beach-friendly crutches. So you can get out and about on the beach even if you've got a disability. How cool is that? Like that. And a big old ramp going all the way down. Good morning. Well, I feel ropey as anything. Nearly swore then. I've got to get used to beeping all of this stuff out. I'm not eating again today. I've got some bread, so I might have some toast later. And hopefully when I'm out front, there's not going to be loads of people, because there's a good town section and this is kind of stretching out the town a bit. So I'll try and stay away from people just in case it's something like that. However, preparations are underway. We have a good selection of riding hats. So we have Sprinter, Yellow Jersey, King of the Mountains, Young Rider, and another King of the Mountains right there. My choice of attire, very, very creased, I should have probably got this out yesterday, is either a yellow Tour de France t-shirt or a King of the Mountains Leclerc Tour de France t-shirt. This will probably be my hat of the day. I have 3 of these. to stick on the van. We also have lots of bunting, and in here we have an absolutely massive chicken on a bike flag, humongous Continental Tires flag. Got to decide all of these things. First, the important things. Thank goodness I drink black coffee because that seems to be going down okay. And then we'll see what we do with all of this. Right, let's go see the van from the back. Can you tell I'm British yet? We have chicken on a bike. I have run out of things to put. I found a load of magnets in the bottom of the bag. So we've got these magnets that we were given as thrown at us the other year on there. We've got the buffs, Cofidis and Chris. And then the front, you can see me two St George's flags up there. And then I've got all my hats and my Union Jack. And as you could see, I've gone yellow, but I don't think you're going to be able to miss seeing my van. It's like Spot the Idiot, isn't it? Well, I put the bunting out and I managed to get about 30 seconds of the bunting before the local police came and told me I had to move it. Then they told me that I had to make sure that everything was stuck on the van because it's dangerous. So far in Spain, you can't park at the side of the road. You've got to park in a car park. Even lay-bys that are well away from the road have got no parking signs in, so they don't want you to do that. And they don't want you to decorate anything. It is the absolute opposite of what the Tour de France is all about. The Tour de France is about celebrating the Tour and being there. I just don't know what's going to happen when the Tour comes. Am I not going to be able to clap when they come by? I've come a long way to come and do this, you know. So on a serious note, if that's the way this is going to turn out, which we'll wait and see, I'm going to France. I'm not even going to do the next two Spanish stages. I'm going to go straight to France because, and it is such a shame. They're like, for safety, it's like, it's okay in France. I don't care. Okay. So yeah, it's always the women coppers who are really, no, you not do this. And the fellas are just like stood there going, soz mate, now I can do. So there's the party pooper policeman right there. Party pooper. Every party has a pooper and it's them.
C'est la team généralement qui pousse, salut messieurs, dames, restez en sécurité. Productos para todos los gustos.
You know, setting up the van is great and everything. Putting everything away is not my favourite because at the end of the day, it's got to be all folded nicely, don't you know? So all the big flags, all the hats have to be done. I've not actually got the hats off the front. Don't forget the hats, man. But honestly, I love bunting, but when it's like this, I don't love bunting at all. All done, packed away in my nice little tour bag. So one last thing and then I'll stop complaining. So every Tour de France we've been on before that has not been in Spain, as soon as the last of the peloton goes and all the team cars and everything, there is normally a police car that brings up the rear of everything to make sure that the very last rider and everything has gone past. That police car comes along and lets everybody go. And that's it. You just know that you don't go past that car. And I think the worst delay I've had has been something like 20 minutes or something since the the peloton goes past, or since all of the whole shebang goes past. Because why would you want to keep your roads closed for more than you need to, yeah? I've just been speaking to the lovely, friendly coppers. So I asked him, I just said, you know, what time do you think the road will open? The guy smiled, shrugged his shoulders. The woman goes, 5, no arguments. Everybody wants to keep a safe Tour de France, but I've never frigging watched one, like, ever. Good morning. And I found a John. So he's off for a bike ride. We get to see up there, so it's an uphill section. And, woo, we get to see down there and then round, and then you can just see a little bit more through the trees down there with a few arrows and things. So it's proper windy section. So that'd be nice. See you later. And off he goes. He loves riding the course. I've got work to do. I have been proper suffering with this bug, I think it is. Managed to get 2 slices of dry toast and a boiled egg down me yesterday, and didn't feel sick afterwards. I've still been cracking on. I've been keeping away from people. I've seen John. There's been no close contact at all. It's been like 3 or 4 feet away at all times, which has been really good that I've my own space for this to be a thing. So that's good. Apart from feeling rotten, I've been in good spirits still. You know, it was awesome seeing all the riders yesterday, even though it was only for a short amount of time. Got loads of little bits of worky things to do, but obviously if I'm poorly, I've not been feeling like editing, but I've got to prioritise my work. So today's attire, I'm going for King of the Mountains because I'm on a mountain. I've put this on this side instead of this side, just so you know I washed it off last night. We've already had a merch guy round to give us a sun visor each. You can't see, John's got one in his window as well. It is getting busy on this little stretch of road. So all ready to go. You want to see the van, I'm assuming. I think they'll notice that I'm British. You see all the Union Jacks there. I think St George's flags. Got me Le Gaulois sign. That I nicked yesterday. These that we've nicked other times. They don't mind. And all the other bits. Well, I have a sheen and I currently have rain dripping off my arm. So 1 second. It is throwing it down, but it didn't stop the fun of the caravan. Time to get on the app and watch out for when the riders get here. That was a great stage. Made a massive difference having people around that were nice and chatty, and get to see the bikes for a little bit longer, although it was still pretty quick considering this incline that we're on. It was still pretty quick going over, but yeah, we're going to go to France. Well, what a difference one country makes. So we've got riders coming down there and all the way up the road there, so it's just a nice straight road section. They'll come flying right by.
Have you told them about you being cheaper on the toll than me?
Yeah, I was €1 cheaper on the toll road than John. She looks for the back of my van and she goes, no, and then slides me €1 back.
So not fair.
Oh, they all love it.
Short people, you see, you always moaning, but you get things for cheap.
It's not me. She didn't look at me and say that. Crikey, he's sweetest. We've done good with that. Special kudos to John for getting his bike up there. Oh, my flag's fallen down. I'll go fix that in a minute. Right, that's all fixed. I tell you what is lovely, and it's probably going to be really good later. Look at all this. So this is apple mint, and I cannot tell you how nice it smells when you're walking around in it. It is everywhere, and it just smells delicious. Totally tempted to get a handful of it, give it a good wash, and have some mint tea, but I've seen so many people peeing on it. That is not happening. Do you like my new hat? This is the pre-caravan caravan that's coming round, so people are coming round. We've both got one of those massive big flags each, and a hat, and I've just had the strangest gift. I've never had a Tour de France branded banana before. The race was in one group, so there wasn't a tête de la cour, it was all in the main peloton. You could see Adam and Simon up near the front, but literally the whole road was full of bikes, all together in one go. We got 15 seconds of cycling, and now a 2-hour drive to go get the next lot. We must be mad. So after a few too many runs in with the police, feeling rather ropey, and catching a few good stages of the Tour de France, I think I'm going to call this video and leave it here. So thank you very much for coming along with me. Hopefully on the next one we'll find some sunshine and get away from the rain a little bit. But until then, I hope everyone's well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks guys. Bye.